Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I've been doing the SAT and studying for all that stuff. Anyways, today we're starting the new wave of LEGO Star Wars sets that released in the 2000s. We've moved on from the 1999 sets and we're now into the 2000s. So this very first set we have up here is set 7104, the Desert Skiff. It released January 1st, 2000. Its original retail price was $6. Due to inflation, it's now $11, but if you want it new in box, it'll be $66, and if you want it used, it'll be about $23. It has a total of 55 pieces, 1 build, 2 minifigures. So let's jump into the minifigures. First up here we have Han in his white shirt. He appeared in this set only. If you want him new, in new condition, he'll be $19, and if you want him in used condition, he'll be about $7. He's got some brown pants with a white shirt, and you can see that it pops open to reveal his yellow skin underneath. It's a very basic minifigure. Honestly, it just looks, if you take away the spear, it would just look like a dude from the Lego City theme at the time. But it is Han Solo. Obviously, he gets better over time, but I think for his version, he looks pretty good. And this is actually the same one that will be seen in the Boba Fett ship when he's in Carbonite. He's wearing the same exact outfit. My overall thoughts of this minifigure is he's pretty minimal, but I appreciate him and like him a ton. Next up, we have Luke Skywalker in his Desert Skit outfit. He does appear in the Jabba's Palace set. Otherwise, this Luke minifigure has all black legs, a very basic looking torso, no back alternate face printing, and he's just got that blonde hair. Obviously, for the times, is a pretty decent Luke minifigure. He's got that chrome hilt lightsaber with the green blade, and you can see the bubbles in it that they eventually get rid of and go with the more, not transparent, but more translucent one. Otherwise, this minifigure is pretty good. If you want him in new condition, he'll be $11, and if you want him in used condition, he'll be about $5. Now let's move on to the build. Now here is the Desert Skiff. It looks pretty basic, and that's because it is pretty basic. It's only built using 55 pieces, so it's not going to be anything crazy or anything special. But starting our way from the front, it just uses this pretty generic slope piece, which if you look down, you can actually see through it, but it's not completely recognizable. There's a blue piece shown through there. This part, which is supposed to make it look like it's suspended, is actually supposed to match the color of what sand would be. So it would be suspended over sand, which is why they chose to go with that tan color. Moving more back, this is just helping it keep stability. Otherwise, this piece really doesn't need to be there. It's got some nice guardrails and stuff. On this side, this is actually supposed to be the plank that Luke is supposed to jump off of when R2-D2 gives him his lightsaber. It's pretty basic and pretty small compared to what we just got for the new UCS Jabba's sail barge, but it's just supposed to be like he comes over, and if you can get him to stand up there, he does it pretty well, but otherwise it's just supposed to be one of those play scenes. It's not like the most recognizable thing, but if you've seen the films, then you definitely understand what it's referencing. Moving further back, we have the spot where you would actually pilot the Desert Skiff, and I think it's pretty tight in there, so we'll just take Han and put him in there. And as you can see, it's pretty tight. It's easier for them to stand back on the back two studs than on those front ones, but it looks pretty good. He's just piloting it. And then moving back, we have these pieces which are on a hinge piece, so they get that nice angle in there to make out the rest of the Desert Skiff. It's not the most iconic ship from Tatooine. There's a lot. Luke's land speeder, Anakin's pod racer, Jabba's sail barge, but I think it's a nice little build, especially for the first 2000 set. Obviously, it was part of the first wave for this era. And I think Han looks pretty nice in there when he's piloting it, and Luke's just standing there with him. And you can see both of them in there. It's pretty spacious. You could fit like a decent amount of minifigures on the actual platform. I think you could probably fit more if this brown piece wasn't there. But overall, for a 2000 set, it's pretty generic. It's nothing crazy. It's a nice set to get a Han and Luke in. I think overall for this set, it's for the price, it is. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's nothing crazy. Obviously, back then, it would have been a great price. $6 for 2 minifigures and a whole build. My final thoughts on it. It's decent. It's not my favorite set of all time, but the desert stuff is never usually my favorite. Like Anakin, I do hate sand. And it's just not a good, I don't know, ship for me. Otherwise, if you're a Lego collector, definitely one you should look at if you can get it for really cheap. Comes with 2 great minifigures. If you can, I don't know, if you really want it, go out and buy it. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone who's trying to buy old sets. This isn't one of the ones I would recommend. If you want these 2 minifigures, then go ahead. But otherwise, I think it's just a decent ship. Nothing crazy. Now, I don't have the box for this, but I do have the instructions. So, the box would have looked exactly like this on the front of the box. It would have said Desert Skiff, the set number, and then have the Star Wars logo, the Lego logo, and then the picture. And I like the Sarlacc pit in the background with the Desert Skiff floating over it. And I think it's pretty interesting that they removed the round cylinder pieces on this one for the image to make it look like it's floating more accurately. As you can see, it's just not there. Turning around the instructions, you can see that there's an alternate build and just an image of them with all the pieces strewn around. 2000s Lego, and it looked exactly the same as the 1999s. Opening it up, it's pretty standard instructions. It tells you who your characters are, and then it tells you the scene. It shows you some scenes from the movie it came from and the part of the movie it came from. You go through it. It's pretty standard building instructions. Nothing crazy. Yeah. Nice image of the Sarlacc pit, the explosion. Get it to focus. There it is. Yeah, so this one didn't have a comic strip in the back or anything like notably crazy. It does have the scenes, but it doesn't have the comic strip. The only alternate build that shows for this set is this one on the back right here. And I think it is a pretty cool alternate build, just a little speeder. I'm not going to build it, but I do think it's cool that they always included those. Otherwise, it's just pretty standard instruction booklet. Overall, my final rating for this set is a 4 out of 10. I don't think it's anything crazy. I don't think it's anything special, but it is cool for what it is. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up, guys. Make sure to go like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications if you want to see more Lego reviews. And peace out.